Welcome to the giant tomato line, where size, precision, and timing come together to turn careful cultivation into export-ready perfection.
Everything begins with genetics, seedlings, and control, because a giant tomato does not happen by accident. It is guided, measured, and built from the very first step.
This process starts with the right seed lot, because the potential for giant fruit begins long before a tomato ever reaches the vine. Each seed is placed at a controlled depth and spacing, giving every future plant an equal start before it enters the greenhouse system. Inside the germination room, temperature, humidity, and light are held steady to create the most uniform emergence possible. Once emergence is even and healthy, the young plants begin building the structure that will eventually support much larger fruit.
Once the seedlings are strong enough, they move into the main greenhouse, where growth shifts from protection to performance.
At transplant, every plant is assigned a precise position, irrigation point, and feed path, so the entire crop can be managed with consistency.
At this stage, workers prune side shoots and train the main stem upward so the plant can focus its energy on producing fewer.
At this stage, climate and nutrition are constantly monitored so growth stays stable before the plants move into flowering and fruit set.
During flowering, controlled vibration helps pollination stay strong and consistent across the crop. Once fruit set begins, stable water delivery and balanced nutrition become critical for cell expansion, firmness, and future size. As the tomatoes gain weight, extra support prevents stem stress and protects both shape and market quality. To produce the biggest, most uniform fruit, weaker or irregular tomatoes are removed so the plant can concentrate its resources.
This is the peak growth phase, where the tomatoes rapidly increase in size and every environmental factor must stay perfectly controlled to produce.
When the color, shape, and skin tension line up, that fruit is marked ready for harvest.
Harvest is organized by marked lots, so maturity, size, and consistency are preserved before the fruit ever reaches the packing line. Each tomato is cut and placed with care, because on fruit this large, protecting the skin is essential for top-grade presentation. Once harvested, the fruit moves immediately to post-harvest handling, so cleaning and grading can begin while freshness is still at its peak. At intake, water cushioning absorbs shock and eases the tomatoes into the line before washing begins.
The bubble wash gently removes soil and organic residue from the surface while protecting the integrity of the tomato skin.
A second wash removes any remaining residue and prepares the fruit for inspection. At incoming quality control, any fruit with cracks, distortion, or uneven maturity can be identified before automatic grading begins. Pre-weighing helps route each tomato toward the correct grading path before the camera system takes over.
From here, every tomato is scanned individually for size, color, and surface quality.
The system sees the whole fruit, including defects too small or too brief for the human eye to catch consistently.
The grading result becomes physical action in a fraction of a second, separating defects without interrupting the main flow.
After imaging and analysis, the tomatoes are grouped into commercial size grades that match different market requirements.
Before packing begins, the highest grade fruit receives one last human confirmation for appearance and finish.
Fruit that does not meet export standards is removed completely, protecting consistency across the finished lot.
Before packaging, the fruit has to be fully dry so moisture does not collect inside the pack.
Once the surface is dry, the true finish of the fruit becomes visible, and that is where premium presentation really starts. Stem length is standardized here so the finished pack looks more uniform and the fruit is less likely to rub or scratch during transit.
This final confirmation ensures every package contains fruit that matches the same size standard.
Pre-cooling removes field heat and helps stabilize firmness before the tomatoes move into final packaging. Only after the lot reaches the required conditions is it released to the packing floor. Each tomato is placed into a shock-protective tray pattern designed to preserve skin finish and reduce movement during shipping. The gripper is tuned for this fruit size, holding securely without creating pressure marks on the skin.
Beyond size, orientation matters too, because the final tray has to look as good as the fruit inside it actually is.
Every tray receives full traceability, linking finished product back to its production lot and packing record. Here, a breathable retail wrap is applied to protect the tray, hold the pack stable, and help preserve the quality of the fresh tomatoes during handling and transport. Once the trays are complete, they are packed in a structure built to handle long-distance movement. Each case is squared, protected, and sealed to keep the load stable through storage and transport. Shipping information and traceability are printed directly final.
Before release, every finished case is verified again for weight, code, and routing accuracy.
This automated check confirms the carton structure matches the intended pack pattern before shipment approval.
Alongside automation, random manual checks verify size off.
Once the lot clears every check, it receives final QC release and moves to palletizing. Now the finished cartons are built into stable pallet load through cold storage and transport.
The final wrap locks the load together so it can handle vibration, handling, and long-distance movement. From seed selection and greenhouse control to washing, grading, and export packing, every giant tomato here has passed through a tightly managed chain of precision. And that's how giant tomato is made, from raw materials to precision perfection.
That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We hope this gave you a deeper look at how real quality is made and quality and why trust matters.